Hello, very good day to you. Storm Lilian is going to arrive overnight, bring some very wet and very windy weather to some parts of the UK, particularly parts of Scotland and northern England. For the time being though, it has been a cloudy, wet start to the day for some of us because of a frontal system that has pushed its way southeastwards. That is going to take quite a while to clear away from the far southeast, so some clouds, some rain lingering here as we head into this evening before it does push away overnight. But elsewhere there will be quite a few sunny spells around for most of us through today, and also a scattering of showers, particularly across parts of Northern Ireland, Scotland, but also a few showers around some western parts of England and Wales aren't out of the question. Now temperatures are going to be a little bit on the low side for the time of year, low 20s in the south, a few degrees lower than this further north, and although the stronger winds that we had earlier on in the day will have eased a bit by this afternoon, it is still going to be a bit blustery, and so it may feel a touch cooler than these temperatures suggest. Now I mentioned Storm Lilian at the start. It's currently out in the Atlantic and it's going to push towards us as we go through this evening and overnight. So through this evening, turning increasingly cloudy, wet and windy initially across Northern Ireland, but then that unsettled weather does spill its way across parts of England, Wales and Scotland as well. In terms of rainfall, we are going to see totals building up as we go overnight into Friday, particularly across some parts of Dumfries, Galloway area and some eastern parts of Scotland too. We could see some high totals, perhaps 20 to 30 relatively widely and perhaps up to 50 millimetres. So some travel disruptions, some localised flooding is possible, which is why there are a couple of warnings out. In terms of temperatures, well, it's going to stay pretty mild because of the unsettled weather, the largely cloudy skies, the rain and some strengthening winds mean for some, particularly towards the southeast, it is going to be a pretty warm night. Now talking of those winds, they're perhaps the biggest cause for concern when it comes to Lilian. We are going to see some very strong gusts, especially across parts of northern England as we go through the early hours of Friday morning before the system clears away towards the east as we go through Friday itself. With regards to wind speeds, well, quite widely we could see gusts of around 60, 65 miles per hour, even in some inland locations, and perhaps in exposed spots 65, 75, perhaps even up to 80 miles per hour. And so that's why there could be some significant disruption. It's not usual at this time of year that we see these kind of strengths of winds, and so there are people out and about trying to make the most of the summery weather, which we're not going to have. As we go through Friday then, a very wet and windy start today for many of us, but like I said, that system does clear away towards the east. So by the afternoon, the wettest weather will have cleared and the strongest winds will have eased as well. Behind it, again, we are going to see a decent amount of sunshine, perhaps more sunshine across England and Wales as we go through tomorrow afternoon compared to today. But across Scotland and Northern Ireland, again, there'll be plenty of showers. These could be pretty heavy for some places here, and they could pack quite a punch as they make their way in. Temperatures are still perhaps going to be a touch disappointing, but with a bit more sunshine, and once those very strong winds start to ease, it should feel a little bit warmer across parts of central southern England and Wales for a time, with highs of around 23 or 24 Celsius, but still mid to high teens at best further north. Now we will be keeping you up to date with the progress of Storm Lilian, so make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay on top of things. I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.